Hey, welcome to Jack's Cabin and Country Home. As you can see, I'm 500 miles away from my country home up at the cabin. So I just thought I'd show you a few things maybe I didn't show you on the other films. Boy, it's quiet up here when you're by yourself. This is my boat. Anyway, I don't know how bright it's going to be in here, but this is the Sturgeon Queen. I just got an old 25 Evan root on her. Boy, she's a good boat. Got lots of fish in this old girl. Anyway, before I leave, I have to put these inside the canoes. This is a big tree right here. You see it? It was growing right up here. I was afraid it was going to come down on the shed here, so we got her cut down. Now we got to do something with it. Okay, I'll show you when I get down the road a little more. Back in a minute. Now here I am, just going down the trail a bit. And, I want to show you this old truck that we got here. Right here. The story behind this. Well, it started, well, 53 years ago. Well, we come up here 53 years ago. Of course, this wasn't our property then. Our property ended back in there for the family property. But in 2007, Alice and I bought this farm that comes right next to it. And then Jack Jr., my son, built this cabin here about 4 years ago. And this here beast has been here ever since we could all remember. It's an old Chevy. And I think somebody just dumped it because there's no box. They probably used the box for made a trailer out of it. The engine's probably into a sawmill somewhere, and the seats are in somebody's cabin. This was just a scrap. Somebody dumped it here. But it's kind of neat just to look at it. Reminds me of my cousin Jim. You know Jim? River Canard Jim, Mr. River Canard. He's a loyal River Canard guy. And he makes dioramas, let me get that right. He makes these dioramas out of anything, like sticks, pop bottles, plastic bottles, and they're fantastic. They're professional. He wins awards for doing it. I'll bet you could do something with this, Jim. I'll bet you could. Anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down here, and I'm going to try and fish in the sturgeon a bit. But I catch a lot of fish in that river. It's just that I've never caught them this time of year in October, and just not from shore, and I don't take the boat out. So I'm just going to give it a try anyway, because it's nice to go down there and have a fire, have my lunch, and we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll take you with me. Hang on. Yeah, so I'm almost there. It's starting to rain. It's been raining every day since I've been here. Here's the sturgeon down there. That's where I want to go. I think if you look through here, you can see my son's place where we just were at. Yeah, there it is. See his flag there? That's where that old car is. That's where we're at. And now here's my blind here. So I used to use it for bear hunting. But you got to start baiting in the summer. And now my nieces and nephews, or my grandnieces and nephews, they all like to walk these trails in the summer. So I thought it wouldn't be a good idea to have bear hanging around here with the kids walking through here. So I just packed that in. But the deer are coming through here now. 100 years ago this was all deer country. And now it's, then it went to moose, and now it's coming back into deer. So I'll get use. The season doesn't start till November 7th for deer. But I'll get some use out of it yet. Not done yet. Looks like I gotta head back. This rain's not gonna let up. That's where I used to set the bear bait right there. They're allowed to bait for bear up in Ontario. And where's this yellow house we built down here? Built it at the top of the hill because it floods down there sometimes. Oh, there goes a blue jay. And here's Mom and Dad are resting here. Yeah. Yeah, just the cremated remains. I mean, we could have put them in a cemetery, but it wasn't appropriate for them. Besides, how often you visit a cemetery, you know, a couple times a year, and then later on, hardly ever. Here, we're here all summer. We walk by here every day. Always visit them. And this is, you know, we were lucky enough to have this, be able to do this, so we took advantage of it. It's raining, but I'm going to go down there anyway. And we had to stay, darn it. I wanted to do some fishing and get a fire going. Doesn't make any sense to sit in the rain. I got over a week and a half or so before I go home, so almost 2 weeks. See, this will be all flooded in the spring. Not every year, but a lot of times. That dock there will be floating. And we put that in for our boats in the summer. Somebody built a place across the river. He's a nice guy. We hardly ever see him. Darn it. Did want to fish. There's my son's place up there where we started. Huh. I should have brought rain gear. It's not that bad. Well, maybe it'll stop. Oh, I should go up the hill here a little bit. There was a duck. Anyway, I'll get back to you. I'll see what I'm going to do. Well, there you have it. The minute I turned the bike around, it stopped raining. Well, I think I'm going to give it a try. See what I can catch out there. Who knows? Like I said, I've never had much luck out here in this time of year, but I'll give it a try. I'll just try the red and white here. Spoon. Okay. I'm ready to go give it a try. And if I catch anything, you guys will be the first to see it because I'll be showing it off. Nice water, eh? Like I said, I've never had much luck in this time of year, but I like to just come down here, you know, and see what you can do. Peaceful, quiet. Well, you never know. This outfit I got here, this is an Ava Garcia rod. A little expensive, but boy, it's nice. And the reel is also Ava Garcia. Oh no, this is the Black Max. Yeah, that's Ava Garcia. It's called the Black Max. And, it's not really expensive. I got it on Amazon. But I think it was around $100 or something. And then I use braided line. And boy, she's a nice outfit. I got 3. I got the ugly sticks for rods, and I got a Shakespeare reel, and I got another Ava Garcia. Those are my 3 main ones. I'll throw another cast out, then we'll see what else I can film. This is a left-handed reel. I got rights too, but sometimes when you're out in the boat all day, your arm gets tired. So I bought a left-handed one too. One time when one of the boys, Chuck, was going to school, and he was writing a book report, and he asked me what it is. What do you call it when you can write with your right hand and your left hand? I told him it means you're bisexual. So he wrote down on his report that, but Alice caught it before he went out the door, before he got to school, so kind of ruined my fun. But he's still ambidextrous, is it? That's what he is anyway. He's not the other. Not that there's anything wrong with it. Yeah. Yeah, kids don't ask me to help them in homework too much back then. You can understand why. Alright, I think I'm going to change lures, and we'll see what happens. Come back later. Have some fun. There we go. Try this. I mean, if you were a fish, wouldn't you go for that? I would. Speaking of helping the kids with their homework, I remember when Jeff came home, he was just a little kid. He asked me, one of his answers was for what is a precarious situation or something, and the answer was risky. So he wrote whiskey. So I'm looking at it, and it was wrong, of course. I'm looking at it and thinking, whiskey? I said, the answer is risky. And then I thought for a minute, and I said, wait a minute. I says, you turned around to the kid behind you, and you said, what's the answer for number 4? And he said, risky, and you wrote whiskey. Now, he started laughing because I had him dead on. You can't fool it. You can't cheat a cheater. Yeah. And David, oh my goodness. He was literally got off the school bus, his first day of school, took off his clothes except his underwear and threw his socks off. He's laying on the couch watching TV. I says, well, how did your first day of school go? He said, oh, it's all right. That's just not for me. And I thought, oh, it's going to be a long 12 years. And it was. Yeah. Where's Jack started school? I was in Alberta. We were in Alberta. We used to have to walk it. Not too far, but I mean, like the school was from here to across the lake, but they had a fence around it. So he had to walk like 2 blocks down this way to get in. But he was a trooper, it didn't bother him a bit. Oops. You don't pay attention there. There we go. Anyway, like I said, the fishing ain't that good this time of year. It's just fun getting down here, playing around a bit. Anyway, I'll do a few more casts, maybe try a few more lures. I won't bore you with that. And if I catch one, like I say, you'll be the first to know. See you in a minute. Yeah, I decided to take a break. I'm going to try and fish later, but it started raining again. As soon as it started raining, I packed up and then it stopped again. So it's going to be off and on all day. But anyway, here's to all you folks that love the bush, love to be outdoors, and for some reason just can't get out here. Well, you got to try it because it sure is nice. I mean, I'm by myself right now, but next week there'll be, people. My brother will be up here, my brother-in-law. And Smoke's coming in my eyes. And we'll have a good time. They each got their own cabins now. We used to be, I come up here with, 10 guys in that little cabin, the old cabin. Now we each got our own. That's all right. We all worked for it. Anyway, here's to you guys. I'm going to have a couple of beer down here before I head back. And take it easy. I'm glad you came along. I'll film something on the way home, see what we can find. Oh, there it is. Every time I put my stuff away, it starts to rain. Or when it starts to rain, I put the stuff away and then it stops. Every time a cloud goes over. 1 minute it's sunny and hot. I don't know. We used to come up here not that long ago and this would be snow. It'd be cold. I'd be in winter gear. Anyway, I'm going to pack it in. I think I'm going to fish for a little bit, maybe have another bottle of beer. First I'm going to put my gun away. Hard and fast rule up here is guns and alcohol. Don't mix. Remember my dad used to say to me all the time, we'll sit in the cabin and we'll drink a case of beer together and solve all the world's problems, but not until the guns are locked up and put away. So it's just a rule I go by. It's I've only had 2 beer, but I mean it doesn't matter. If you break the rule once, it gets easier the next time. There it is from Father Jack. Spectacles, testicles, wallet and watch. Zooby dooby baba. Take care. I'll see you next video.